Yeah, I just want to make a little video. A lot of us are wanting to upgrade the T8J transmitters to have a centering throttle, kind of like the DJI transmitter does. This is the 1.1.1 version that come with my Phantom. It's got the centering throttle, and I kind of like that. This is the one that's also, it's got the slider on the rear. That transmitter, yeah, it's kind of nice. You can get a kit from Hobby Services to upgrade the throttle to make it centering, and I was just going to show you guys how to do that. Okay, first thing you're going to do is you're going to have to remove the back plate, remove the batteries, and then you're going to have 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy will be removed, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, after you get the 4 screws out, you can go ahead and pull the back plate off here. Just set it aside. And if you look in here, let me zoom it in here a little bit. Okay, you're going to see a little tab right here. It's got a little brass plate. Screw in that. And there's going to be 2 screws over here. You got to remove these and your gimbal will pull out. Also, you need to take this little deal off here. This is your little tab that's gonna do your ratchet on your throttle. This has got to be removed. If you got the heli version, it comes with a little piece of nylon here. You want to get rid of this tab. Get rid of it. The heli version's got this little nylon tab up here. It kind of covers up the little geared or serrated edges for the ratcheting on the throttle. So we need to put that back on. Anyway, you can take this circuit board and we'll just move it over out of the way. We'll get in here and we'll move these screws here. You can remove this little, all this does is basically hold a little axle deal down, whatever, just a little copper plate, brass plate rather. And 2 more screws on this side. Get them out of here without dropping them. Right there. Okay. Now it's going to let us roll the gimbal back, get access to where we got to put the kit in. See, that's all it is right there. The gimbal centering spring and everything's going to go right in here. This is the kit right here that Hobby Services sends out. It's just like basically a little rocker arm and an adjustment and a spring. Go ahead and show you how to get those in. This is the little plastic piece that's going to help the throttle center. Try to scrape up a little excess grease that Futaba happened to leave around your gimbal, other places, and kind of just smear it on here where some of the contact area is going to be on these little surfaces right here. You got a little bit of excess grease that Futaba had on here when they put the transmitter together. Now this is going to slide down this little groove here. There's a little groove right back here, and these little pins are going to sit down right in there, just like that. And the thing's just going to pivot up and down like this. And it comes with a spring and a little adjustment. I went ahead and ran the screw down in the adjustment to kind of make it. It's going to have about the rest of the spring tension as the rest of the gimbals. If you want to have a little less, you can back the screw off a little bit more. So anyway, just hook this spring on it like this. Bring this up. Hook that spring on it right here. Sticking down in there. It's a little tricky. It's got to take your time. Okay, that's about it. It's just going to sit down there, and you can see, if I can zoom in on it anymore, you can see how it's just sitting here. It's just puts a little tension on, is all it does. Once that's done, you just put your gimbal back together. Go and get him back in there and get him where he needs to go. You'll feel a little bit of spring tension on him now. And we'll reinstall the brass plates. You need to have tiny little fingers to do this best. Just snug them up. Don't take a whole lot. Remember, you're going into plastic. Just check them all once. Okay, then the little nylon piece for your tension on the throttle, that's got to go back on here. Let's see. Then we'll put the little tension for that back on. Double check him. Okay, now we'll see. There it is, centering. Into that, just move your little circuit board back over, locate it back on the little peg sitting there. There's 4 pegs it pops on. Back on, and we got 4 screws put back in, little Phillips. Okay, take the transmitter, battery, plug it right back in. Put the battery back in. battery door back on. Well, I'm going to kind of hold the transmitter a little bit. Just make sure these screws, all 4 screws, are a little bit more snug than what they are. And then want to put a lot of pressure down on the tranny when it was sitting there face down on the phone. That's it. Now we got a T8J with a centering throttle. Just like the DJI transmitter does. So, hope this thing's helped you out.